been a big week for Bitcoin and crypto, and it looks like there's an even bigger week ahead. We are having a little bit of a pullback now. So if you look at the markets now, 41,366 on Bitcoin, slight pullback, but pullback now. So if you look at the markets now, 41,366 on Bitcoin, slight is this echo? Slight pullback. Let's get rid of this echo. So it does look like we're going to have a big week ahead. Today, we're coming to you on a Sunday, doing a little bit of an emergency stream. Also, we're going to have a call-in show. We're going to talk about everything that's happened on the weekends, everything that's about to happen this week. We're going to see what's driving this. We've got the Avalanche conference. We've got Luna pumping. We've got DoQuan talking about buying up to $10 billion worth of Bitcoin. We've got ApeCoin. What's ApeCoin doing? How's my short? I've got that short. Remember, my short's at $15, 10.79. My short's big in the money, huge in the money. So we're going to talk about ApeCoin, whether you should be buying ApeCoin. I've got my man Miles with me. My man Miles is going to give us a bit of an update on Rune and DeFi. I think it's going to be a great show. That's how we came to you on a Sunday. Let's do this. We can't do a tune. Oh, how bad is that? Alrighty, we can't do it. Welcome back, guys. Let me try and switch off whatever is powering or whatever is making a noise here on my thing. It looks like there's a window open here, which is causing us.
YouTube open.
Yeah, I have YouTube open somewhere, but the question is where. Let's see if we can find it. We are going to be doing a call-in show as well. Let me get Miles back on here. Miles, welcome back, buddy. How's it going?
Yo, what's up? I'm good, bro. How's that short going, mate?
Miles. Call-in show as well. Okay, hold on. I've got to find where this window is. Otherwise, we can't. Otherwise.
Good, bro. How's that short going, mate?
Hold on, Miles. We've got a bit of an echo, and I've got to kill it. I'm just not sure where it's coming from. I found it. There. It's there. All right, then let's just get out of bed.
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch, go. Get up, again, they got go. Time to wake up, bitch, get up. Get up.
Yo. Okay, we're back, and there's no echo, and we're ready to do a big weekend show with you guys. My man Miles is with me. He's going to be talking DeFi. Then we're going to be doing a call-in show. So today is another call-in show where you guys can call in, and we can just chat. That's what we're here for. We're here on a Sunday to chat to you guys, talk about what's going up in the market, what's going down in the market. If you want to call in, so on my, hold on a second, let's go into my Twitter. Let's post a link on my Twitter. There we go. That should be live. So all you need to do is go to my Twitter. You'll see that there is a link here. Just click on that link, and then that brings you straight into the studio. Only people with the camera on will be allowed onto the stream. So make sure that you got your camera on, and then you guys can join the stream. All right, let's also drop the link into the description link and into the comments if people want to join in. Let's look at what's happening on the markets. And let's start off looking at Bitcoin. So you have Bitcoin a little bit down. It has been quite a strong weekend for Bitcoin, and you saw that was after we had some good volume last week, breaking out of that breakout over there. We're now having a slight pullback. We're still above the 41,330 level, so still above 41,000. Let's look at the alts. Let's look at which alts are doing well this weekend. So specifically, let's look at the top ones on the market. I think the ones to be talking about are Avalanche. So you got Avalanche up 21.8% in the last 7 days. That's ahead of the Avalanche conference. Big questions as to whether you should be buying it or not buying it. You got Solana up 9.6%. You got Cardano, and today Charles Hoskinson came out and he said that he wants Cardano to perform as well as Solana or something like that. I mean, it's crazy what he said today. We're going to talk about that. let's see what else is running today. Let's look specifically at our portfolio. So let's quickly just go to the ones that we're looking at. Rune, ThorChain, hitting $10, which is amazing. I mean, it hit $10. I think it's coming down now with the rest of the market. We'll check that in a second. You got Terra holding up, Luna holding up just above $90. Let's look, QuickSwap at $238. ThorSwap, which is the exchange on ThorChain, up 172% this week. I spoke about that earlier this week, and I said, you're going to buy ThorChain, ThorSwap is a good one. Moonriver also getting some movement this week, up 27.5%. We'll talk about that today. Credo up 23.4% this week. So that's what's going on in the markets. Let's see what else is going. What else is going on? I think this is probably, if you want to ask yourself why this pump is happening. Well, this pump is happening. In fact, before that, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, because as you can see that, and hit the bell notification, because as you can see on weekends, we sometimes come to you out of the blue. So do me a favor, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Also, if you could just like this video, because no one knows that we're live, because we weren't supposed to be live. And the only way that we can tell people that we're live is if you guys smash that like button. When you smash the like button, you basically tell people that we're live. And today's a call-in show. It's our chance to interact with you guys. So let's get as many people as we can in here. Let's drive this. We're here on the weekend. All we want from you is to smash the like button. That's pretty much it. So let's talk about this. So we got a couple of things happening. Luna is driving the markets. If you want to know what I think is the cause of this market pump, I think it's a combination of two things that brought this market up, and I'll show you how those two things actually brought the market up and then brought the market back down again. So the real pump started to happen when Do Kwon came into the market and either started to buy Bitcoin and said he was going to start buying Bitcoin. But either way, Do Kwon has committed to buying. Well, he said first it started off with 1.5 billion, then it went to 3 billion, and now he's talking about buying up to $10 billion worth of Bitcoin. Now, that obviously, when there's a new buyer, or when there's a buyer in the market, and that buyer in the market is looking to buy up to $10 billion worth of Bitcoin, obviously that's going to be driving the market up. And that, I think, was the first catalyst in driving the market. The second catalyst in driving the market was actually this. Now, I know I'm short here, but ApeCoin. So you've got ApeCoin, and ApeCoin's pretty much been airdropped. You're talking about billions of dollars airdropped into the market. So it's money that didn't exist a week ago. And now all of a sudden you've got this airdrop, and you've got people getting huge free money. And that free money obviously gets airdropped out of nowhere into people's wallets. And then people see that, and some people take profits and start selling this airdrop into the market. And then use that to buy other tokens. So if you look at what's causing the pump, it's on the one side, the market expecting Do Kwon to be a buyer. On the other side, you've got free money, $1.8 billion or something, or 18 billion, in fact, $18 billion, if you look at it on a fully diluted basis, now being dropped onto the market. So all that is bullish. You're also seeing a couple of other things that are happening. So for one, you're seeing Bitcoin, the Bitcoin balance on exchanges is now the lowest that it's been in the last 3 years. So if you look at the balance that is sitting on exchanges, it is now at about, here it is. It's the lowest that it's been in 3 years. And what that shows is that the type of hodl that we've got is people are buying Bitcoin, and those people are intending to hold Bitcoin for forever and taking it off exchanges and putting it onto their cold wallets. And it's actually not only Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin and it's Ethereum. So if you look at Ethereum, you got the largest outflows in 2022. Over 180,000 ETH was withdrawn from the centralized exchanges within a single day. The last time such a magnitude of ETH left exchanges was October 2021, preceding a 15% price increase. So now what's happened here is Ethereum's also been taken off exchanges. And where is that Ethereum going? Well, it's going into the Lido ETH staking pool. So for those of you who don't know how Lido works, effectively what you can do is you can stake your ETH on the ETH beacon chain. But if you do it through Lido, what you get is you get a token in return, which is a liquid token. So it almost like it's a voucher that shows that you have ETH deposited in the contract. And then you can go and borrow against that, and you can go and trade against that. So people have just taken their ETH off exchanges and put it up and put it onto Lido. So that's another thing which is driving the market. It's basically saying that people are buying these tokens, and then the smart money is holding these tokens, taking them off exchanges, staking them, in the case of Bitcoin, just getting it onto cold wallets. So you take the combination of all of that, And that is why today we have a Bitcoin price of 41,355. That's pretty much where we are. Let's get Miles here. Let's talk about what he's looking at this weekend. Mr. Miles, how are you?
Yo, what's up? How's it going, Ryan? I saw the short you did on Ape. I'm annoyed I missed out on that. I tweeted about it at like 15. I said, should I short? And everyone wanted me to short it, and I didn't pull the trigger.
No, I shorted it because it was just, look, don't get me wrong. I think Ape is going to be an amazing, amazing token. And I'm definitely going to buy Ape. I'm definitely going to buy Ape. But I'm not going to buy it when there's all this hype. I've seen this hype happen many times. When a token comes onto the market and everyone's talking about it and the exchanges list it and all of that, to me, that's a clear sign that you got to be getting out of that token. And the one good thing about FTX listing it is that FTX also listed a perpetual. So you could effectively, they listed it and they also gave us the opportunity to short it. So you can go long or short here. And so that's where I managed to go. That's where I managed to go short. And now I'm just pretty much sitting back. I suspect that there will be an opportunity to buy this thing at between $5 and $8. So I don't know when, but I know there will be an opportunity to buy this thing between $5 and $8.
Yeah,
that's what I
think. There's a good chance that'll happen. I just want to do a quick run through DeFi Llama right now because we have seen some crazy growth over the last week in terms of DeFi, and I always look at DeFi as kind of like the pinnacle of market health because when people are scared in these markets, a lot of people will take liquidity out of these protocols, and right now we are getting some really positive signs that money is shifting back into the markets, especially on the Luna side here, over a 72% increase for the month over on Luna. So a lot of these Luna altcoins are performing really, really well as a result. And also the other big narrative that I'm identifying here is Rune as well. We've obviously seen ThorChain increase by, I think, over 70% for the week as well. So we're seeing some big moves from some of these bigger protocols here. As we can see, Rune 90% for the week. So that's a really good indicator to me that the market is healthy and people are still wanting to stake their coins. So good signs over here as well.
Would you be buying Rune now?
So I wouldn't be buying Rune right now, but I would be having a very good look at the tokenomics here. So if you guys don't know how Rune works, pretty much for every dollar deposited into Rune, the market cap essentially increases by $3 because every time a token is deposited into Rune, it needs to be one-to-one pegged with the Rune token itself. So I did a nice thread here that you guys can check out if you want to know more about how the tokenomics work. But it's kind of like this interesting flywheel, right? Because the higher the Rune price goes, the juicier the APRs go. And the juicier the APRs, the more liquidity the protocol attracts. So then a lot more people are now coming into Rune, seeing the super high APRs on these stablecoin pairs. And that's also juicing the Rune price. So it's an interesting flywheel happening right now.
The APRs on Thor, what you're showing there is the APRs on ThorSwap, which is, ThorSwap is effectively the exchange on the ThorChain protocol. So that's what ThorSwap is. Just, if you can make that bigger. Look at those APRs. Look at that. You can actually literally go and get those returns right now. Huge returns. I mean, if you could just read out some of them for the guys that can't see it, because it is quite small on the screen.
Over the past day, they've probably dropped a little, but I still think they're holding up. So you get 92% on DAI, which is a stable coin, 80% on BUSD, which is another stable, BNB 49%. Remember, you've got to pair everything with Rune here. So if you put in, you don't need to deposit Rune as well, but if you deposit in BUSD, it's going to be pairing one-to-one with Rune. So you can suffer impermanent loss, but there's a good calculator that I posted in my thread yesterday that you guys can use to check it out. And I pretty much debunked the risk of impermanent loss here. I think it's still very, very advantageous to be getting involved, and the APRs will still go up in price over time as the Rune price. You have to remember is these yields are being paid out based on the Rune price. So the APRs, unlike other protocols, won't be getting diluted as more liquidity comes in because the Rune price is going up as well.
So here are the returns: 23% on Bitcoin, 27% on ETH, 85% on BUSD, 17% on the ERC20 version of ThorChain, of Rune, BTCB, which is the BTC on the BEP2 chain, 42%, USDC, 40%. So there's good yields here. I mean, you need to know what you're doing. Don't try or go and try it with a small amount. If you're not a DeFi junkie, go and try it with a small amount first. Make sure that you get it right. on a small amount, because I mean there are some great returns. There are some incredible returns there.
Definitely a small amount. It's not something to take lightly. Obviously, impermanent loss is one of the risks here. I did go through that on my thread, but I definitely think that Rune is a good play long term. Obviously, the cross-chain narrative is pretty massive. So any DEX that offers native swaps where you get to keep custody of your assets is something I'm very interested in playing.
I love Rune. I've got a big position in Rune. I want to buy more Rune. Can't get myself to buy it now though. So I'm like, I know I want more. I know long term it's going to go up, but I'm testing myself. I'm sitting on my hands, and I'm not actually allowing myself to buy it. I do have some Rune in my portfolio. This is the show portfolio. Miles, Sheldon and I each invested 50 grand. When the markets came down, both of our 50 grands went down. Mine went to about 37. Sheldon is, I think, a bit lower, 35. This portfolio was at $21,000 a week ago. And it's now at 40,391. It just shows that when things turn, things turn quickly. It's not a very safe portfolio. There's no Bitcoin or ETH, a very small amount of ETH. There's $800 worth of ETH here just because I had some change. It's quite a aggressive portfolio. I'm looking at it on my Coinstats. Coinstats is the app that I use to be able to connect, to see all my assets in one place. So you can see I've got my KuCoin account and my MetaMask on one place. If you guys want this, there's a referral link below. You get a huge discount for joining. It's called Coinstats. That's where I look at it. But what I want to show you is that here I bought Rune, and that's pretty much taken up the whole portfolio. That's one of the tokens that pretty much just saved the whole portfolio. I bought Rune at I think $3 or something.
Yeah, I was looking at it at $3 to $4, and I just could not believe it. Like, we knew that the UST integration was coming for quite a while. That's landing next week. So that's really another thing that's been driving this price, knowing that they've got the Luna deposits soon to come, which means obviously a lot of lunatics now. The amount of Luna holders is increasing. So there's speculation going on with Rune that once they unlock that, then a lot more liquidity is going to start flowing in. Obviously, that is priced in. Rune has a TVL to market cap, I think, of 8.8. So it is being overvalued a little bit in that respect, but there's future growth to come, and that's the reason for that.
All right, so we've got a big week ahead of us. The first part of the week is the AVAX conference. That's starting on the 20th. I think the 20th is when? Monday, right? What day is the 20th?
It's 21st.
Oh, so okay, so
today's the 20th.
Today's the 20th. I think today the AVAX conference starts in Barcelona. So this week we can expect a whole lot of news coming out for AVAX. AVAX, you got to remember one thing. When these conferences happen, the token always feels good because there's lots of news coming out that week. There's lots of hype around the token that week. But you've got to be careful because we saw what happened at the Solana conference and we saw what happened to Fantom at the Fantom conference. And straight after the Fantom conference, the price went smashing down. So make sure you don't get caught in that. Not to say that we're not bullish about AVAX. I'm super bullish about AVAX. I love AVAX. DoQuan's also super bullish about AVAX. Says the moon is coming to Avalanche in force, and next week we'll show you just how much. So, and that he said that on last week. So that obviously there's some announcement planned around Luna and AVAX, and I don't think it's the Anchor Protocol announcement. I think it's another announcement. So that's the first one. Someone said, Rutu5 said it looks like there's going to be a Degen season, a Degen box for UST on BENQI Finance. If it happens, it's like the Abracadabra one, but on steroids. So
wow,
yeah, this could be true, and then that could increase the UST demand. Remember what happened with Abracadabra when Abracadabra launched the Degen box? They eventually had to cap it because there was just too many people trying to Degen into Degen box. So that's another thing that's happening. We had DoQuan with Udi Wertheimer on a Twitter space where he said he'd purchase the 3 billion in Bitcoin. I think that DoQuan's an absolute genius.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah, shoot.
Do you think that the kind of standard that they're setting here, the precedent of Bitcoin as a reserve, is something that other protocols might start adapting? Because if it does, then that really will underpin the entire market.
So I think it's a very smart question. I think DoQuan is a genius for two reasons. The first reason why I think DoQuan is an absolute genius is because he's managed to take the Bitcoin community and bring them to a shitcoin, so an altcoin. For the Bitcoin maximalists, he's now become like the Michael Saylor. He's become like, he's they can't, as a Bitcoin maxi, you can't really hate Luna, or you can't talk badly about Luna because, you know, they're buying $3 billion and $10 billion with Bitcoin. So you asked the question. So just like the US dollar is the reserve currency for the real world, for the physical world, I think Bitcoin is going to become the reserve currency for the digital world. So remember how reserve currency started? Every currency had to be backed by gold. That was while the world was on a gold standard. That was way before your time and my time. I think it's from the 1870s. And that the world only went off the gold standard when governments needed to spend more. And I think that was around the 1900s. I think the same thing is going to happen with Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is going to become the reserve for just about every single protocol. It's going to become like having gold or cash on your balance sheet. I think that's what's going to happen. I think Luna's done it in a very smart way because they're an algorithmically backed stablecoin, and they could have held their reserves in USDT and they opted not to. But I think it is going to happen.
Yeah, I think that'll be absolutely massive. I mean, if it does happen, and I think it will take a while, I mean, it causes like this flywheel effect essentially of these protocols driving the Bitcoin price up. But then obviously the Bitcoin price impacts the whole market, right? So if Bitcoin is performing well, the alts perform well, and then they have more liquidity to be able to buy more Bitcoin. So it's kind of like a flywheel effect of Bitcoin as a reserve. So I think it's an interesting thing to watch for.
You know that they obviously know about the bets. I saw you and Elgod Sensei bantering on Twitter. So on Friday, I went to our journalist and I said, look, we are the biggest Luna fans in the whole world. We have been. We called Luna at 30 cents. We love Luna. You love Luna. Everybody at Banter loves Luna. But I went to journalists and I said, look, write us an article about the negative case. Because it's important that we share both sides of the story. And if people like Sensei, like Elgod Sensei and the other dude, I can't remember his name, but he's a very smart dude, who actually, by the way, I don't know if you saw this, but he actually, I've got to find this for you. He says, I have nothing but respect for stablecoin, one of the most innovative and impressive founders in the space. In fact, I was evangelizing people should long Luna in late 2020 due to strong team and made good money on spot holding. Nothing personal here, just trading. Remember, he's put $10 million into this bet. So just to give you an idea. So I asked the guys to write us an article, a negative article, and to tell us the bear case for Luna. Let us go to our website, have a look at our website, go to the website and read the article. Let us know in the comments what you think of this article. I mean, it's important that you read both sides of the story. Remember, to interact with the website, just sign in with your Twitter account. And then you become, whoever you are on Twitter, you become on the website and you can interact. Our website, live, fully sponsored now. We've got amazing sponsors. We've got UNIXGaming, which is, in my mind, one of the best gaming guilds out there today. I don't know if you guys, how much you know about them, but they have 200,000 strong on Discord, 200,000 people on Discord. They have 5,000 scholars. They have 27 million followers on the streamers. They're unbelievable. What this gaming guild is doing is unbelievable. And our other sponsor is Rubic. Rubic is a multi-chain swap protocol. So effectively, you can swap tokens from multiple different chains, 11 different chains today. You can swap 15,000 cross-chain protocols using Rubic. So go and check them out. They're the guys that make all this possible. Read it. Tell us what you think. Mr. Miles, let's do call-ins from the community. We've got some time. Let's call in. Let's chat the community. Let's see what people are talking about. Let's see what people are thinking. All righty, only people with cameras on. Let's make this quick. We do love you guys, but let's get as many people as we can on. So let's make this quick. Let's start off with Adam. Adam, buddy, what's on your mind?
Hi guys, big fan of you for the last year. I've been watching you guys, and I started taking some advice from you guys when I'm a newbie. I just watch you. I'm doing a regular job, and then I remember about a year ago you were speaking about two very popular coins, which was Gero wallet and QuickSwap. So I invested in those, and they're now sitting quite low. I know we're about highs and lows and so forth, but I just wanted to know your thoughts about them. And
I'm so glad you asked the question, and I'm so glad that you asked the question the way that you asked the question. I'll tell you why. So those are very good coins. Both of them are very good coins, but they're very risky coins. So very, very, very risky coins. Both of them are very risky coins. And a lot of people make the same mistake that you make. When you come into crypto, you've got to be holding a portfolio. And when you hold a portfolio, you've got to be holding 85% of your portfolio in things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Luna, Arweave, Chainlink, Cardano, the big 10x gems. And what you're talking about sits in the other 15% of your portfolio. Now, the big mistake that people make is they come into crypto and instead of buying 85% of their portfolios in the big coins, they just buy the 2 small coins. Now, look, both of them are good, but both of them are highly, highly, highly risky. And whereas we think that both of them will make it, there's a high probability that they won't. So we do think so. So you should be holding those, but you should be holding those in context of something like this. Like a portfolio where you got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Terra, Solana, Fantom, and then in the more risky side of it, you've got the 2 that you mentioned, QuickSwap and Gero Wallet. Both great projects. I saw that QuickSwap actually had a very good day today, but it is down it is down a hell of a lot. So it's important that when you buy that kind of stuff, you buy it in context of a portfolio, and that makes up 1 or 2% of your portfolio max. And the other 98% of your portfolio is actually made up by quality.
I made the beginner's mistake of putting in a lot more than I should have in the beginning because it was the hype of everything just coming into the market and so forth. But if you think that these coins have got longevity, then I'll stick with it and just wait it out, or I can just move it across something else.
Don't move it. And I'll tell you that when you start chopping and changing, if you start chopping and changing, you're in a down market, you're starting to chop and change. Again, they're both good tokens, but you can't be buying 1 or 2 tokens. You've got to be holding a diversified portfolio, which is 85% in amazing, strong coins and 15% in highly risky coins. And not, you've gone 100% into the highly risky coins, and that's a mistake. But I'm glad you asked, because that's a mistake that a lot of people make.
Well, I've diversified since then because I've learned a little bit more since you've started educating us, and I've now I'm into a couple of other things such as ThorChain, Polygon, Arweave, Moon River, Joe. So these are some things
real
I'm
good
in right now.
All good.
Are you staking your Joe?
No, but I saw your YouTube thing. It's just about getting time off work and being able to watch your program and learn what needs to be done.
If you can stake it, I think it's paying 30%. They've got a new model called VE Joe launching this week. You'll be able to lock some of it up and boost your yields as well. So definitely worth checking out. I'm a big fan of Joe at the moment.
Just a quick question, if you don't mind. I'm a Muslim and we don't work with interest so much. And there are some coins that do, this is probably a Miles question, some coins that do just, that give you staking that is from the pool, I guess. I don't know if I'm phrasing this right, rather than being actual interest. I mean,
you're looking for Sharia compliant pools, basically, because Muslims aren't allowed.
There you go.
Muslims aren't allowed to be charging interest. They're not allowed to be charging interest or making interest.
That's correct.
Yeah, I think the reason why you're asking for the ones from the pool is you want to know the ones that where it's just interest, and the other ones where it's actually for farming, for taking a percentage of the trading fees.
That's
and
correct.
I think each pool and each token needs to be looked at individually. And some protocols have actually done this already. So I think if you Google it, you may actually even just find your answer.
Okay, great stuff.
Yeah, Adam, thanks, man.
Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate your help. Continue to watch you guys and keep doing what you're doing.
You too, buddy. You too. I think we got another South African here. I mean, you got to be South African. Are you South African?
Hey, Ran, what's up, man?
You see, he's South African. I told you, I could see it.
South African, but living in Dubai for like 17 years, man.
Well, at least you're not paying tax, bro.
Of course. That's the main thing, yeah.
What's up? What's on your mind?
Nothing much, man. I'm actually doing very well. The whole market is down. But I've been staking. I just wanted to get your opinion. You know what I mean? I've been staking all my coins on Binance. And I'm earning, you know what I mean? The yields, I'm compounding. I just wanted your advice. You know, it's doing good for me. I'm not being hacked. Nothing's happened to me. So,
if you're not staking your coins, you have a big problem. If you're not staking your coins, you have a big problem, because you're not getting the maximum benefit of your money. And when the coins are made to be staked, which means that if you're not staking, you're actually drowning because they're releasing more coins to the stakers. So you're drowning in the new coins that are coming in. So it's almost like if you think about a bank account and you think about the inflation rate being, say, 7.5%, and then you have a bank account that pays you 10%. If you don't put your money into that bank account, don't start earning that 10%, then you're losing because there's more money coming into the equation. So you got to be staking. If you're not staking, you're losing. You're going backwards.
You'll get better yields on the DeFi protocols. So when I first started, I did start with centralized exchange staking, like through Binance and some other exchanges as well. But generally, DeFi will pay higher yields. Obviously, there's more of a barrier to entry because there's a lot more of a learning curve and there's more safety risks. But I definitely start looking into some of the DeFi yields.
I'm doing the Fantom. I'm doing the Fantom, you know, but I'm an old guy, you know what I mean? When you start going into spooky, whoopee, you know, into all these different, it's confusing. It's confusing as hell. And even getting, you know what I mean? I got into this through you guys. You know, I was buying. I've got my convictions are 100% in this industry or whatever this is. You know, I've made money. I'm doing well. I just quit my job.
Wow.
So I'm, you know, and I'm doing well. You know, there's no issue for me. It's doing well. I understand that the market goes up, it goes down. You know, I feel that we're at the bottom.
Just think about it like this. The more you learn about DeFi, the more advantage you have around everybody else, ahead of everybody else in the market. And so every minute that you spend learning how to stake on Spooky Swap, on wherever you want, it's like you're getting one step ahead in technology. And every time you avoid it, it's like avoiding WhatsApp when WhatsApp came out and everyone was using text. You're just going to fall further and further behind. So just try, even, you know, everyone's got a job and whatever else, just try and spend a little bit more of your time learning in DeFi, and every now and then just get one step, because otherwise you're falling further and further behind.
And that's what my shows.
I'm with you guys. I'm with you guys. You know, it's just you know, it's a little bit intimidating in the beginning. You know, just like, you know what I mean.
But worth it. But worth it in the end.
Worth it at the end. You know, just the wallets, getting into the wallets and all of this. But I'm into it now. So yeah, and just a shout out. I know this should be quick. The TA that I've learned from Sheldon and from everybody is, you know what I mean, it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. You know, the discipline.
Sheldon's doing a masterclass now, very soon, around leverage trading, but responsible leverage trading, because that's how he made his money, leverage trading. But listen, we've got a whole lot of callers we want to get through. Shot for the shout out. We'll chat to you soon. Keep staking, bro. Let's go. Devault, hey man, how's it going?
Hi Ran, good, and you?
Good man, what's in your mind?
Ran, quick one. I'm a big fan of Donkey, not because you promote it, because I just really like to copy other farmers. I got into Donkey quite early, and I want to find out from you, during that time, and I think it's still the case, you know, you need to stake your coins and copy the farmers using the Binance chain or the BSC chain. And at that time, I staked quite a lot of cake to also get the Donkey rewards. And I've never really heard you talk about cake, you know, from a fundamental perspective. So I just wanted to get your views on cake, because there was a time, I mean, it's really taken a dive. And there was a time where I was considering maybe going on to BUSD, you know, just switching it over and rather get the 75% reward.
Miles, what do you think of cake? I think you're more qualified than me to answer that question.
Yeah, so look, I do like Cake. In terms of a user experience, I think the Binance Smart Chain is one of the best out there. But it does have some issues because obviously it's very centralized compared to other chains. So in my opinion, it probably doesn't have the same amount of growth potential as something like a Solana or an AVAX would. By the way, BENQI Finance is a great platform for copy farming. So I think that you're good there. But you always got to be careful when you're staking. The rewards on a protocol may be great, but you have to make sure that you're in the right token, right? So if you're staking Cake and you're earning 100%, but Cake halves, you're kind of where you started. Whereas something like a BUSD, earning yield on that might be a lot safer. So it really comes down to your risk tolerance. Look, I do like Cake. I've got protocols I prefer personally. So it's really up to you and how much risk you want to assume with the farms.
Yeah, but I must say, people don't understand the opportunity that's available in copy farming, because farming is hard. But people don't understand that here is an opportunity for you to follow somebody else's farm. And I know Miles is looking at starting some of his own strategies and some of his own farms here and letting people copy him. When people do click onto it, it's a no-brainer. I mean, we use it all the time. I must say, a lot of my money is actually locked up in BENQI because it's just, why must I do all the hard work? I just press one button and I'm following somebody who's much smarter than me.
Yeah, and I suppose the only challenge I found, and I'm sure they're going to get to it, is that in order to stake your BENQI coins and get rewards on top of BENQI, you can only use coins on BSC. You can't do AVAX, for example.
They will move cross-chain, but for now, they had to pick one to start. Anyway, let's get on with the show. Devil, thank you, buddy. All right, so guys, let's try and keep these as quickly as possible because there's so many of you, and we've got to cut this at about an hour. So let's go. Fair Primal, is that how I say it?
Yeah, Fair Primal. How you doing, man?
Good on you, man. Where you from?
I'm originally from Venezuela, lived in the UK, but now I'm in Panama, not paying taxes. So that's
Panama.
Yeah.
Amazing. What's up? What's your mind?
What do you think of Bloktopia? That thing is dead.
I think all metaverse projects are dead, no?
Right, because I see that, and then I see GMT, the green metaverse, the new one. I guess it's because a new coin, it just pop crazy.
Look, I think it's again. You're talking about one. Wow, I see it is down quite a bit. You're talking about one token, which is a high risk token in an industry which went up and is coming down. And I think it's, as long as this is like 0.5% of your portfolio, 1% of your portfolio, it may be worth holding.
Right.
I wouldn't be trading in and out. I wouldn't be trading in and out of tokens now. The only time I'd trade out is if you think that there's a better token with a better narrative and you want to be in it.
Right. And my last thing, have you ever had a problem with Terra Station? I sent some USD to KuCoin, and then I sent $10, and then I sent 5K, and the $10 arrived, and the 5K didn't arrive. Have you had any problems with that ever?
I've never had a problem.
Yeah.
Miles, have you ever had a problem?
Very, very weird. Very weird.
I have had problems on very small transactions, but it's usually because I either haven't put in the right address or I've forgotten the memo. Or the network you've selected on the KuCoin side is wrong. So you just need to make sure that you're on like the Terra network and you're depositing to the right address.
Right.
Did
you save your address in Terra? Because I've saved my KuCoin address with the memo, and that's why I always still sending like the first transaction like $10, and then the $10 arrived, and then the 5K didn't. I was like, what's going on here? What I did notice is that in Terra Station it was just taking a little bit longer than normal. So
I haven't had any problem.
I haven't had that problem, no.
Okay, cool, man.
All right, cool.
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you. Kino, welcome, buddy. What's on your mind?
Hey, how's it going? I'm calling here from California, USA. Had a quick question. First, actually, so I have Sunny from Gate.io, and I believe Gate.io is not going to be available for residents here in the US. And I was wondering, where do you recommend I should move that to?
Look, this is all very hypothetical. This is all very, very, very hypothetical, right? It's very hypothetically, if you were in the US, very hypothetically, because no one would ever do this. But hypothetically, just very hypothetically, if someone was living in the US, what they could do is they could just get a VPN And when you got a VPN, you can basically, you pay $3 a month for a VPN. There's a referral link below. And what you could do is you could just tell them that you're in somewhere else, and that wouldn't affect you unless you've KYC'd your account already. I've said this a million times before, and I'm not trying to shill you guys a VPN, but you cannot be in crypto and not use a VPN. Why? Because number one, you don't want people to know where you're signing transactions from. You don't, exchanges, every time you do a transaction, every time you start a session, they know where you're signing in from. Not with us, because I use a VPN, and every time I jump from one place to another, there's not one single exchange in the world that knows where I live, right? And I mean, the same thing is like things that you want. If you want to listen to certain streams, if you want to that are blocked off to the US, if you want certain search results that are blocked off the US, you do it through a VPN, and you can tell the VPN that you are everywhere else in the world, and so that's what I would do. If you've it's very hypothetical, because no YouTube show in the world would ever tell anyone to use a VPN to bypass. I mean, it'd be crazy if anyone did that. So it's all very this is all very hypothetical, very, very, very hypothetical. If you have KYC'd, then you should probably take it off and just get a Fantom Solana wallet, and then just put the Sunny into your own Solana wallet, and don't leave it on an exchange. It's a browser. It's a browser extension wallet, and then But again, it's suicide not to have a VPN. There is a referral link. $3.35 a month, guys. $3 a month to protect your crypto portfolio. $3. I don't know. Hypothetically.
No brainer.
No brainer. If you're in crypto, you're not using a VPN, it's on you. It's on you. Kino, thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Jeff, welcome, buddy.
Hey, how's it going? Holy cow.
Look at that. He looks like BitBoy. He looks like he's doing a BitBoy stream. Like BitBoy streams from his car sometimes. What's in your mind, bro?
Oh, so I've got two questions, but for sake of time, I just want to talk to them. Miles, you might make a video for it, but I've dove into impermanent loss and understanding that concept, but I'm having a hard time when two of the assets are both volatile. Think I do the liquid driver strategies, and I do a couple of the strategies on Beethoven, where it's an 80-20 range, or it's the 60-30 or 40, sorry. So that one is more of maybe another video down the road, just diving in and sort of saying how to like strategize and think about that. My other question, and this is for Ran, you guys got me into this maybe a year ago, and I am super, super appreciative. You guys are phenomenal. You've grown and gotten better and better and better. And it's led me to be knowledgeable enough to get a lot of my friends and family to start and adapt and get into it as well. I'm having so in May, my wife and I are expecting our first, and I'm setting things up so that, God forbid, whether it be a will, whether it be anything going on, I want them to be able to get access. But security-wise, I don't know how to set up, like I have VPNs, I have things in safes and security deposit boxes, but I also have to explain, hey, I have this amount on liquid driver through this wallet through here, I have this amount on this through, I'm wondering if there's any way, I don't want to centralize it, but what your strategy, your thought on that would be.
I think,
first of all, sorry.
I think Miles, we need to make a video just on impermanent loss, because people don't understand how bad impermanent loss can be. I've just been impermanent lost twice because I had ETH staked with smaller tokens. And now that the smaller tokens are down a lot, I've lost a lot. I've lost a fortune. I've lost a fortune on impermanent loss. And impermanent loss is real. I think, Miles, you must make a video this week.
Yeah. You got to be careful.
Yeah, Jeff, regarding the other question, which is the what happens if you die question. It's a very serious problem, and unfortunately, I haven't been able to find a solution. So, if your wife has your keys, and she can open all your wallets, and then she goes to a forensic blockchain analyst, he will be able to track down all your transactions. So that is an option. I mean, another option is to just leave a memo, like a one-page memo, like, hey, just so you know, got money staked on Beethoven, got money staked here, got money staked here. It may be worth doing. Look, I've got kids too. I remember when my first kid came into the world, fact, when my first kid came into the world, I bought him some Bitcoin and I've locked that Bitcoin away, and I've never opened it. It was 6 years ago. Bitcoin cost me $1,000 a coin, and he's got a whole lot of coins that he'll never, when he's 18, he'll know about. So I know what you're feeling, and I think just that one document that you leave with your wife or with someone that you trust, your mom, your wife, just where it is, that's a good start. There is a lot of crypto out there that will never ever move because people died or lost their codes or their keys, and that's it. The money's gone. Don't be that guy.
Awesome. Thank you.
Listen,
you guys
good
so
luck
much
for your
again.
baby. Good luck for your baby, buddy.
Absolutely. Thank you. We're very, very excited.
Good luck, bro.
Yeah, my wife's also due in 2 weeks, and Sheldon had a baby on Friday.
Congratulations, Ryan. I hadn't heard that yet.
Yeah, my wife's due in 2 weeks for our fourth baby. All right, let's move on. We've got Ihezi.
Hello.
Where are you from, bro?
Yeah, I'm from Nigeria, but I live here in Istanbul.
I keep hearing an echo.
He's on speaker.
He's on
speaker. He needs headphones.
Okay. Is it okay right now?
Yeah, maybe ask your question. What's up?
Okay, I'm really happy to be here once again, and it's been long. I've been watching this program, and I have a few questions. I've got my account blown up. I did it myself, anyways. I was stubborn to follow the instructions out there. So, but right now I'm expecting something. So I want to invest with $1,000, and I'm asking if I have $1,000. There have been so many calls out there that you've been putting out, and there are so many. I'm getting confused on the one to choose. So many. Whether to go in on Savannah, Fantom, FTT, Donkey. I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
Okay.
So I have $1,000. Where can I go?
You are echoing, so I'm going to remove you from we will answer your question. So, Miles, how would you answer that question?
I mean, look, it's a very hard one to answer because there's so many great projects, not enough money. Like, it's a problem that I'm running into as well. Like, everyone basically runs into this problem in crypto. But I guess with 1,000, you probably would want to spread yourself across a few ecosystems, just because it's better for experience, right? With $1,000, what you really want to buy is knowledge. And by being able to get involved with some DeFi stuff, what you're buying with that $1,000 is experience, how to stake, how to purchase on a DEX, that kind of stuff. So I'd put a little bit into some of the top ecos. In fact, I'd cover Solana, AVAX, Fantom, and maybe underneath those three, get some ecosystem projects in there, because that's going to give you experience across the EVM chains, Solana, and DeFi. And then from that, you're going to expose yourself to so many projects. So I'd start with those chains first.
So I think that Miles's answer was genius. I think that answer was brilliantly answered. You got to ask yourself, what do you want to do with that $1,000? If you want to invest in coins, then what I would do is I would take a portfolio like this. I would put, depending on your risk profile, I'd break it up into small parts and put $100 in any 10 of these coins and then just leave it. Because this is a diversified portfolio. Pick any 10 that you want and hold it. But Miles' answer was actually much smarter, because what Miles said is, instead of investing in tokens, invest in yourself and teach yourself how to DeFi. Teach yourself how to make money. And that could be the best $1,000 that you've ever spent, because you're spending $1,000, but you're actually schooling yourself in DeFi, in staking. And that, if you can keep adding $100 and $100 and $100 whenever you can, that $1,000 may have been the best school fees you've ever paid.
I guess it's really hard to accept the fact that I blew up 5,000 and now I'm scrapping how to invest $1,000. But I think I have to go back to the videos of Miles and then.
Yeah, but also just invest and don't sell. The reason why you sold, if you chop and change, and if you've got to be in the market. That's why. Look at this portfolio over here. This is a great portfolio. This is the portfolio that I've been showing it. So this portfolio went from 50,000 to 37,000. Then I bought all these tokens. It went from 37,000 to 21,000. A week ago, it was at 21,000. But I was comfortable with all of these coins. and today I'm at 41,000. But I'm in the market. If I was out of the market, I may have missed the move. That's why I've got these coins. You see, I'm not chopping and changing. I've got conviction in all of these coins, and I'm holding these coins, and that's exactly what it's going to be. All right, let's get some more callers on the line because we are running out of time. Ronaldo. Hey, how are you?
Doing? How's everyone? Good stuff. Just calling from the frigid lands of Canada. I guess we can count for the first Bitcoin pump recently. But in regards to impermanent loss, when do you realize that you're sort of out of luck and you would have to pull out of that LP that you provided? What's that limit?
So let me find you. Here we go. Let me click find us a calculator. So there are multiple impermanent loss calculators that you can use on the internet, right? And they show. Let's say that you invest in ThorChain, a pair of ThorChain and Rune. So token A would be ThorChain at $10, and the other one is Ethereum. And then ThorChain goes down to $2, and Ethereum goes up to 4,000. Let's just say. You've lost 32.64%, which is huge. So the idea is to go and get an impermanent loss calculator and to do certain scenarios and then to make sure that you're always watching what's happening. Because if not, you're losing. I lost over $1 million in impermanent loss recently because I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, you have to pay attention. A lot of people they'll forget that they have LPs running, and then they suddenly realize you're underwater. So my number one tip there would be always pay attention and always check in with different scenarios. So I actually have an Excel spreadsheet, and what I'll do is I'll track all my LPs, and then I'll also have like the best case, worst case, and the middle case using a calculator, because then you've got a good basis of like of how well or how badly things can go, and then you're never you're never playing it too risky then.
Okay.
Impermanent loss is real. I'm telling you, I've lost over $1 million to impermanent loss in the last couple of months. It's real. It's a big problem. And now
it's a big gain. It can be impermanent gain as well. So it's not something to be scared of because it can be your friend because that's how they can afford to pay high yields. But it also can be your enemy. So it's not something to be scared of. I think the words impermanent loss does scare a lot of people. But like a lot of the time, you're not actually losing. You're just losing compared to hodling. And the APR will oftentimes outweigh how much you've lost. But it can be bad, but it just depends on the pool you're in.
So I guess open and waiting is not an option, or just
not a strategy. Not a strategy. Hope is not a strategy with impermanent loss.
Fair enough. Thanks for the advice.
Ronaldo, thanks, buddy. All right, Lonnie, welcome, buddy.
Holy shit. Oh, hello. I've been watching you for like, I don't know, a year and a half or so. And I have a couple questions if you have time. One would be Luna. Thanks to you, a lot of my investments were saved because I lost a lot through Solana, doing that dump and shit like that. So I've been using Stater Labs. Do you know what the chances of what's it called? The contractual of getting hacked through the contract through Stater Labs because it does the auto compounding, other than just keeping it on Terra. I got so tired of pushing that button and paying those fees.
Stater is very good. I'm personally in Stater, so I've got 50% in Stater, and I've got the other 50% in Lido, I think. So Stater is a good platform. The risk of getting hacked is, well, there's a few things you can do. Obviously, having VPN is a big thing. Also having a hardware wallet as well. But I'm assuming you're asking specifically about Stater themselves. Yes. They have had a couple audits, so always look through the 6 audits.
To be exact, yeah.
Yeah, they've had many audits. I've spoken to the team personally. They're good guys. So, I mean, the risk of a hack is I wouldn't say super likely. It can always happen, though, in crypto. That's just DeFi, right? So I wouldn't have 100% of my Luna stack in Stater, but I think you're in fairly good hands there. I don't think it's a highly risky protocol.
I think that when you're talking about an auto compounder, which is what it is, for those people who don't know what Stater is, Stater allows, instead of you having to go to the protocol, withdraw your rewards and restake them every day, Stater basically does it for you. It's called an auto compound. It auto compounds your returns. Now, the problem with an auto compounder is that there's another layer of smart contracts around the protocol, and there's another layer of risk. and we saw a couple of auto compounders get attacked. I think one of them was it Grim? Grim.
Yes,
Oh
Grim.
man,
That's
I
what
have nightmares
that's what
over
caused
that.
my fear was because of Grim.
Well, great. Your fear is justified. So you are getting much more return because you're getting it auto compounded, but I don't like it because you're adding a layer of risk. So if you're doing it on small money, that's cool. But if you're doing it on big money,
well, I mean,
Wait, but are you staking your Luna in Stata for the liquid tokens?
yes, as well. I mean, I did a little bit there. I mean, I'm trying not to keep it on one spot, right? So I just decoupled some of it because I realized I had all my Luna there. I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
So
I think
have
that's okay. That's not auto compounding. That's just receiving liquid tokens for staking. So that's basically using Stata as a proxy for
I'm doing both.
investing directly in Terra Station. Yeah. So that's
I'm
fine.
doing
I
both.
personally do that. Yeah.
I also bought into Render and Arweave. I can't find a good place that I feel comfortable staking that stuff. I mean, I'm looking around and talking. I just can't find a place.
Don't. I've got a lot of Arweave. Not a single one of them is staked. There's nothing to do with Arweave. Just the risk reward is not worth it for me. There are certain tokens that are made for staking. Luna is made for staking. Fantom is made for staking. But there's certain tokens that are not. And Render and Arweave are two of those tokens where you shouldn't be chasing staking rewards with those guys.
Well, thank you very much. I got to be honest, dude. When I first started watching you, I went back and watched your network stuff, and you changed a lot. And after that last fall, I was really salty, you guys, and I realized it was my fault that I actually didn't do any work. So, it's true. I was pissed off.
I'm glad you said because I think in the bear markets, people want to blame their losses, and I have a lot of people that have complained and said, "Oh, we lost money," and I said to them, "Well, what does your portfolio look like?" And they said, "Well, I've got 3 coins in my portfolio. What are they?" "Well, I hold BENQI Finance, Gero Wallet, and Charlie 3. I'm like, "That's not what we taught you guys. We taught you guys to have 85% of your money in safe-ish coins and 15% your money in Degen coins." But some people only went into Degen coins. And I think what you've just said is, I think, the right thing. You've got to work to make money. We're just here to guide you. But you got to work to make money. People, we call it, I had lunch with Andre Crenier the other day, and we spoke about the type of people that are unfortunately in crypto in a bull market, but they're not here in a bear market. And we called the people entitled tourists. So it's tourists that come in and they feel like they're entitled to make money because they're here and they don't want to do any work for it. And that's not how you make money in crypto. You've got to work hard. I see how hard Miles works every single day to get strategies, and it pays off. And that's exactly that. The more you invest, we're here to guide you. The more you invest, the more money you make.
And you still can't blame someone else's for you pushing the trade button. That is your own thing, right? I don't believe that you have any ill intent when you make trades and you give advice. And that's what I had to come to terms. It took me a little while, like 3 months during the last year. But
rest assured that every single token that I tell you that I'm buying, or that I tell you that I think is worth buying, because I hold it. Rest assured that every single token that is on this thing, I hold a position in. Every single token that is on this here, I took a huge position in. So on most of them, I'm up a lot, but on Saffron Finance, I'm down, and on QuickSwap, I'm down, and on Kusama, I'm down, and that's just the way it is. I'm not a fortune teller. We just tell you what we're doing, and we spend a lot of time researching all day, and that's where we think we have an advantage. We have smart people like Hustle, like Miles, like Sheldon, like researchers all around the world helping us. So that's what we give you guys, and then we tell you guys what we're doing.
Why don't you hit me up with some, because I have a lot into DeFi kingdoms, and I don't know if I should actually transfer that into the AVAX, which is coming out soon. I don't know if I should, because I don't know, the cost of transactions on AVAX is going to be more than is one. So why don't you do a little piece on that, because you can work with both of you, the gaming and both communities.
Hustle and I are doing a show on that next week. I think that'll be a good one for sure. For sure, pretty exciting.
There's so many people here. Lonnie, thank you, buddy. Let's try to get as many as we can before we go. Alex, hey, how's it going?
Hey, how's everything, brother? Hello from Greece.
Good. Where are you from, brother? From Greece?
Greece, yeah. How's everything?
Good. Which part of Greece? Athens, or where are you?
Oh, you know Greece, eh? That's very good. I'm from Thessaloniki, brother.
Amazing. What's up? What's on your mind?
I'm 60% bullish and 40% bearish. So
okay.
I have a fast question. I have some GLMR. So I'm trying to stake it on Binance, and I can't find an free slot, an available slot. So is there any way then I can receive some notification when there's some available slots? Because I stake Solana, I stake Cake, I stake so many coins, and I know the exact time when there's some free slot. But when it comes to GLMR, I can't find some free slot. Do you have some information about that?
Miles, do you know? Do you follow
GLMR?
I think there's often Twitter accounts for these things. So I have a lot of notifications on for like replenishments. So maybe search Twitter if you haven't already. I think you might find your answer there, and also Discord. Get in the Discord because people will be talking about it when it's replenished. So I don't follow it personally, but those are the two places you're going to get the quickest info on that kind of stuff.
Amazing. All right, Jet, what's up? What's on your mind? We can't hear you. You're muted. Hold on, let's unmute you. You got to unmute yourself.
Oh my goodness. Hi, Ran.
Where are you from, Jet?
I'm in LA, but I'm Filipino.
Okay, amazing. What's on your mind?
Well, I've been listening to you and watching you since 2016 on your trader on NBC.
Crypto trader on CNBC, yeah.
Crypto trader, and I found you again on Crypto Banter 2019.
Oh, wow.
So I've been following you on Twitter, Instagram, and sometimes someone is pretending to be you.
Don't give them money. Don't give them money. What's up? What question have you got for us, Jet?
So I have following your recommendation. I have Fantom. I bought Luna and Solana. Solana, I bought them when it was 35.
Nice.
Year.
And Luna, what did you pay for your Luna?
It was already like 40.
Still good.
Okay, still good.
I sold some already when it was 100.
I mean, you should be doing the show.
I can't believe I'm here.
All right, we've got a lot of people there. Do you have any questions for us? Because we've got a lot of people that want to go, and we've got to cut the stream very soon.
So what happened to Fantom? Do you think they will find another one like to replace Andre?
They don't need to replace him.
No.
I agree. They don't need to. Andre did what he needed to do, and he's gone, and he may come back. But Fantom is an amazing piece of technology. I mean, I keep seeing how good Fantom is. Everywhere I look, I see people talking about how good Fantom is. So, yeah, I think it's just don't worry about Andre not being there. It'll be fine.
If you want to learn more, you can watch the interview I did with the CEO, Michael Kong, on Friday. So that's on the channel if you haven't watched that. It'll give you some more insight into how the Andre situation actually happened. He explains it.
I don't miss your show. Every day I watch you guys.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. All right, we're going to take one or two more, and then we've got to call it a day. So let's get Esme. Esme, welcome.
Hi, how are you? I'm calling from Malaysia.
Amazing.
I have a couple questions for Miles. You recommended to use BENQI Finance for staking, right? I wondered if you had a look at Midas investment. The APY for AVAX and all the other tokens are 2 to 3 times more compared to BENQI Finance. And I just had a look at ThorSwap, and I could only see BTC paired with Rune on it. I couldn't see the other pairing, which was mentioned in the show earlier.
So yeah, if you go into ThorSwap, it should be all coming up. It's under the pools tab. So it's coming up for me. So maybe just try refreshing there and see if you have anything selected. It should come up. In terms of Midas, I'm not personally invested there, and the APRs are very good, but it's also a newer protocol. So there's a little more risk. BENQI's been around for a while. So, I mean, definitely one I've got to check out, but I can't give an opinion quite yet just on that one.
It's got all the coins on it, and the APR is really attractive.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
Juicy stuff. Let's check it out.
So you mentioned that there's going to be impermanent loss on ThorSwap, correct? But if you're going to put in 50% BTC and 50% Rune, you're not losing anything, right? You get back BTC and Rune.
Yeah,
Is that how it
I don't think there's impermanent loss on ThorSwap. I think it's one-sided staking.
It's not one-sided. So, well, it is. So you don't need to create an LP. You can just deposit Bitcoin, but then it's going to be pairing it one-to-one with Rune because that's just how the protocol
So
works.
you
So you
already
aren't
have
getting
both
direct
tokens.
returns on Bitcoin.
If you have both tokens in your portfolio, can you just stake them directly without losing either? Because you already have them anyway.
Yeah, but
yeah,
you will get impermanent loss.
yeah.
You
But then
will get impermanent
Yes.
the prices are moving against each other, so it's going to rebalance. So if Bitcoin goes down and Rune stays the same, then it's going to rebalance to 50-50 because in
Okay,
ThorSwap,
rebalances the APY as well because the pricing are moving against each other, right?
well, the APY is paid out in Rune, so it depends how the Rune price
Oh.
moves. Yeah.
So for all the pairs, you get paid in Rune.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Based
Okay, I
on
got
the
it.
APIs are based on the Rune price. Yeah.
Okay, I got it. So technically, you don't lose anything. It's just the value that changes. If you put BCC in, you're not going to lose BCC, correct?
You're not losing it, but if the price changes against Rune, you could because ThorSwap needs to keep one-to-one pairings with Bitcoin.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it. Thank you so much.
So use the calculator. Use the calculator.
Okay.
Use the impermanent loss calculator. Benjamin, what's up, bro?
Oh shit! Hey, what's up, bro?
What's up? What's
How
up?
you
What's your
guys?
question? Good. How you doing?
Not much, man. I just want to say a huge shout out to you guys, man. Because of you guys, I got into Fantom a while ago. Recently, you know, I got into what was it? A little degen farming, 2 and 3 way before everyone started. I know. Chill, Ran. Wait, Ran. Listen, bro. I got into it way before the Harry announcement and everything. Bro, I used Harry as exit liquidity, man. Bro, no. Whenever that Harry announcement came out, man, everyone's bags fucking skyrocketed, bro. It was crazy.
And then the dev rugged, didn't he? He was a 16-year-old. He was a 16-year-old, and he panicked and he took most of his holdings out because he couldn't hack it.
I mean,
I don't
hold
blame
on,
him.
hold on. For the degens, let's just quickly. So Tomb is now 97.4 to Fantom. So it was a 93, a 92, and now it's going to 97.43. So it's going to get back to 1 soon. When it gets back to 1, then that TShare is going to start printing again. So I mean, it's worth keeping your eye on Tomb. Maybe buying some cheap TShares now. If Tomb goes back over 1 and it starts printing again, your yields are going to be insane.
Yeah, definitely. And after I had left Tomb, profiting pretty huge. I left into Base. I found Base finance very, very young as well. And
I'm also in there.
Oh yeah, Base is beautiful, man. That's what I'm in right now. I have a good bag in Base B share, and I have it on Yield Wolf Finance, and it's just auto compounding every day, man. And auto compounders, if they're completely safe. If they are safe, you do your research, obviously. Auto compounders, man, you're winning majority of the time. I saw a lot of other people asking hey, what do you do with a few degen plays here and there? Honestly, man, that changed my life just finding those 2 plays. So right now I'm trying to find something safe to store a good amount of that liquidity.
I think Base is good. Look, these are you're playing. You're degening. You know what I mean? You're degening. Not everybody can degen. Not everybody can degen like us. This is we're serious degens here. We're serious degens. When you're playing Base and Tomb and T-shirts. Oh, we do have time for one more call.
Oh, hey man. Never expected this. Big shout out. I am from India, but now I am in Canada, in Ontario. Big shout out to Sheldon also. Congratulations for his baby. So, due to your help, I entered in Solana near 18 or 20, and I exit at 242, man. Can you believe this? At the very top.
You should be doing the show, not me.
No, man. And I am just right now wondering about Dogecoin. Actually, they have announced the date for Doge 1 mission. I think it's in June 1. So I am pretty much sure that Alan gonna be making new tweets regarding that real soon. Don't you think that's gonna pump the coin?
I can't buy a coin because I think that maybe a celebrity will tweet and that will pump the coin.
No, not in a big chunks. I mean, but in spot, it won't mind, right? Because I am already a holder of Dogecoin from 3-4 cents.
I mean, hold it. Hold it. Hold it. I'm not bullish on it. I'm much more bullish on ApeCoin than I am on Dogecoin. And by the way, I'm still short ApeCoin, but I'm much more bullish ApeCoin than I am Dogecoin, and I'm still short.
What about Flocky?
No, please. We're not getting this channel go that way.
I am just wondering. I have kept the USDT back on side because you were asking us to hold it for a long time, right? And now I want to deploy the cash. I really wanna. Every time I go click the buy, I stop there, and I think again and again, where should I?
I think you should grow some balls.
Man, I am intro. Don't say that.
I think you must be in the market. I think you got to be in the market right now. I think maybe we're not at the bottom. Maybe the market will go down, but the risk reward profile now for me is good enough to be deploying, and that's why I'm almost fully deployed. I'm almost fully deployed now. I mean, I've got a little bit of cash, but it's for emergencies. I'm almost fully deployed. You got to be in the market, and the reason why you got to be in the market. Look at this chart here. This portfolio was at 21,000 a week ago. I showed it to you guys. It was at 21,000 a week ago. It's now at 40,000. That shows you how quickly these alts move. When the alts start to move, that's how quickly they're going to move, up and down.
Actually, my 10% portfolio is still in USDT, and 5% of it I have already set aside for ApeCoin. When it's going to be below 7, I'm going to grab a bag of that. And the rest 5, I was planning for Dodge or Render or Fantom. Between 3 of these, I am really confused.
I would wait. I would go ThorChain, but I would wait. I wouldn't buy it now. I think for me, ThorChain is brilliant, but I wouldn't buy it now. I like Dot. Dot is good. I like Fantom. I think Fantom is cheap.
Fantom is also good because of this Fantom FTM TShares. I was planning to stake it. I never did it before, but yeah, I'm planning to because.
Guys, we gotta go. I've got somewhere to be. I'm gonna go play paddle.
Thank you very much, brother. Big shout out.
Big shout out. Thank you, guys. All right, guys. Listen, love you madly. Love you guys all. Wish we could get to all of you. Miles, it's been great having you on, brother. It's been amazing. We must do this more often.
Really enjoyed it. Awesome answering your guys' questions.
Yeah, and remember, guys, go to the website. Let me know what you think of the article, specifically the article around Luna. And there's another article dropping today about AVAX and what we may hear at the conference. Remember, it's cryptobanter.com. And go check out our sponsors. Go check out UNIXGaming. I think they are going to be one of the bigger gaming guilds out there. Gaming Guild, Launchpad, NFT Marketplace, Accelerator. These guys are doing cool shit. And then Rubic. Rubic I've been a holder of for a long time. Everyone knows that. I said it on the show. I think these cross-chain bridges are going to be amazing. So yeah, go check them out. I will see you guys again tomorrow. Miles, are you doing a show tomorrow?
Maybe. We'll see. If not Tuesday.
Because Sheldon's not around. You should.
True. So I stream at 10 a.m. our time, so 4 a.m. EST. So that is my daily slot.
It's 3 a.m. EST now because the clock moved.
I think I adjusted for that. 4 a.m. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Alrighty, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then, happy weekend. Whatever's left.